Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again on this platform where we tell you undiluted truth, preaching good governance and speaking truth to power without fear. Nwoke, the senator from Delta State, Anyoma precisely, is on the news for what he said on Channels Television with regards to Naira and the dilapidated economy. I know many of you doesn't like to listen to this kind of analysis, but you need to listen to this one. Don't skip it.
There is no country that I know in the world that has the use of multiple currencies. Every country, Britain, they use pounds. America uses dollars. France uses euro. Now, if you go to any of those countries and you have, for example, you go to UK and you have dollar, you must change it at the BDC. You cannot pay for anything in dollars in UK. Everybody is paid their salaries in pounds in UK. The same thing you go to America. Everybody uses dollars. So for this to work, assuming that we agree, all of us agree that we should prohibit the use of foreign currencies in Nigeria, what it means that if somebody is coming to buy oil or buy gas or buy gold in Nigeria, they'll be required to use only Naira
as form of transaction.
Yes. So if they're coming from UK, for example, what they must do is to look for Naira.
So that they can transact.
They can transact. Because they know they cannot use any other currency. So they must look for
There are
Naira.
those who will say that
Listen to me, please.
Is the execution of it.
No.
That law is also in effect.
Let me just give you complete with the examples. So if they want to transact with another currency in Nigeria, they cannot. So they must look for Naira. Currently, nobody looks for Naira because we have made it so easy for them to transact with other currencies. Do you understand it? There's no obligation for them to look for any other currency other than their own. So they can come here with any currency, and that means effectively that there are no global demands for our Naira. So given the scenario, if this law is passed, what it means that anybody who needs to transact with Nigeria must use foreign,
Naira.
Must use Naira. So there will be a demand or demands for Naira in those countries. Do you understand that? It means that when there's demand for Naira, what happens to it? There will be a rise in the value of Naira. Because currently there's no demand for Naira anywhere. Even if you carry a truckload of Naira to Heathrow Airport or anywhere in UK, what happens to that is that there is no need for it. People will tell you there is no value for it. So you have no value. Our money has no value beyond Naira, beyond Nigeria. So for this to work, what we need to do is just to prohibit the use of foreign currencies. And when that happens, people will begin to look for Naira. When they look for Naira, you will see the currency appreciate. And when it's appreciate, you can take Naira to UK and you change it at the airport. Because they need Naira. They know that the businessmen who are coming to transact business in Nigeria need Naira. So they'll be happy to take Naira from you to keep for future transactions. But now, they don't have any need for Naira.
Can that fix our economic problem?
Oh, yes, it can. This is the solution. This is the simple solution.
Good. Now, in as much as I would like to agree with Nwoke with many things that he said, but I would like to also point it out to him clearly that he should start this awareness and the campaign from his colleagues at the National Assembly to all the political class in Nigeria, including Asorok itself. Talking about use of dollar in Nigeria, I hope, because what attracted me to this very update was that he is pushing to end domiciliary account in Nigeria.
Just take for example, most people have foreign currencies in their local accounts here. We don't need to have that. That also has to be prohibited. All those people who have
that's dollar accounts in Nigeria. I beg, not come after the very few people in Nigeria who are earning in dollars from Nigeria legitimately. Those who are earning in dollars living in Nigeria, the content creators and all of that, please don't come after them. Okay? I know the target is not towards that direction, but I must remind you that because now like this, they go begin punish ordinary Nigerians for nothing's sake, abandoning the real issue at hand which you raised. Now concerning that, I want to also remind Nigerians that the politicians in Nigeria and the elite class don't mean what they say. I hold this their word with a pinch of salt. They don't mean what they say, because I have my own personal experience. When one of the senators, I will not mention the person's name here, invited me to talk me through, to win me over, and I told them, any one of them that cares to listen and any one of them that come in contact with me, I don't work for politicians. It's a clear thing. I don't work for any politician. GGM is not working for any particular politician. We preach good governance. If you do good, we applaud it. If you do bad, we go expose it. It's as simple as that. So after that very meeting, we left, and my assistant actually told me he gave us Oji, Ochola and Oji, you understand what I mean? He gave us an envelope to say thank you for coming. Surprisingly, because I didn't check, to be honest with you. When I got home, my assistant told me, because he was the one that they gave the envelope. He told me that what he was giving there was dollars. I will say, he said dollars in Nigeria. That is to tell you that many of these guys stack dollars in their houses. They rarely spend Naira. I have seen a politician currently at the National Assembly who came to Nwoke, where I went to, and paid condolence visit in dollars. Now, if that could happen at that level, you can imagine. That's why I say they are not telling themselves this truth. Now, apart from the politicians, we know that they will never, just like every other sensible bill that is being pushed by any reasonable lawmaker at that National Assembly, they have never accepted any of those sensible bills. They will trash it. And this one, they will also trash it, because they will be at the receiving end if that bill flies. Because it is already invoked, but they flout it. I mean, this bill or this law to prohibit the use of foreign currencies in Nigeria, because they are the biggest. How would they stash out the billions of naira from public purse without being converted to dollars? So when they deal with dollars more, so that it will be easy for them to ship out this money to their foreign accounts. It is easier for them to save public fund using dollars and foreign currencies. Did you remember the APC national chairman when he was governor of Kano State? Have we forgotten dollars? This is how they receive corrupt money in dollars. Everything they do it in foreign currency. So when we talk about this whole thing, now to the nitty-gritty of the whole thing, Nigerian Naira can never appreciate. Let me talk. It will continue to lose that even now, when Nigerians have been impoverished the more, when Tinubu have achieved his objective to reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy.
Now, as it is today, you can hardly see any company or factory or manufacturing establishment working properly and effectively in Nigeria today. How would they, when most of the raw materials are being imported and they can't afford it? When even the local manufacturers cannot have steady power supply. And if they do have any power supply, it is on the cut route. They can't afford it. When foreign goods are still cheaper than locally made goods, why wouldn't people go out to import? So we are all deceiving ourselves to clamor for Naira appreciation. It can never happen. You are just deceiving yourself. And that is the truth. Without manufacturing, yes, when he talked about that, I agreed with him that we need to start encouraging manufacturing and discouraging importation.
And also stop the importation of goods. Then you begin to promote local.
Did you hear what Dangote said yesterday?
Let me finish, please. You start to protect local companies, local industries, local manufacturers, local producers.
But how would that happen? Without the electricity, without proper infrastructure, without proper incentive to local manufacturers. How would that happen? So when I say that with the current state of Nigeria, it is completely irredeemable, because the current political leaders are not committed to making the lives of Nigerian people better or the economy. They see Nigerians as customer and Nigeria as their business enterprise. So let me just keep it at that. They are just there to maximize profit to themselves, to maximize the accumulation of public funds to themselves at the detriment of Nigerians. I'm just doing these videos to sensitize Nigerians the more, because when you see some of these things, you may not understand it critically. And that is what we are doing here. You can help sensitize more Nigerians by sharing this video. You can also join us on our live broadcast every evening on Matters Arising, and on Fridays we do Uniting the People for Good Governance, as being sponsored and in partnership with Igbo Community Radio. Please don't miss on those programs every evening from 6 p.m. All right? Join us and let us together form a front that will better the lives of the people and free them from bad governance. I still remain as Suchinadu Peters, the advocate for good governance. Bye-bye for now.